So, you want to protect America, do you? Do you? Are you actually willing to take this task seriously? If so, then proceed to listen to what I'm about to say. If not, you might as well just turn this off, because I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear. The first step to restoring America's prestige on the world stage, to showing Vladimir Putin that he can't control us, which, by the way, you have no idea how much he's still controlling you. The first step is to take Major Garrett into custody. The second step is to use his custody as leverage to interrogate Linda Tripp, Monica Lewinsky, and Ken Starr. Then use those interviews classified as leverage to investigate one Kellyanne Conway and one Bannon. Herman Bannon. Stephen Goebbels, Bannon. Herman Bannon. Stephen Bannon. Yeah, Bannon. What you have going on here, whether you like it or not, is a situation in which the perception of America's government, in the eyes of its own people, has been dictated to us by what we were led to believe was the collapsed Soviet Union. It never collapsed. It's just kind of what they do, okay? Just accept that and move on. They collapsed what we could see. Do you know how much of Russia there is that we have no intel on? None. And that's just what's above ground, okay? These people have been living in caves for generations. Imagine what they've done with modern technology. And I'm not talking about the Russians you can see. I'm not talking about most of the Russians that are going to watch this video and report to their superiors, etc., etc. You are not real Russians. You are enslaved Thracians. Thrace. You know this, yes? You have pride in this, yes? Thrace. Okay? Russia is a ruse. It's a fake country to make you think you had one after your real country was taken from you by the Horde. And it is that same Horde that uses you as pawns, and even our current White House occupant as a pawn, in their task of dividing and conquering Western civilization and keeping us at each other's throats, and simultaneously destroying the Christian church and, well, it's balancing force, you know, the doubters, the skeptics, okay? The Republicans and the Democrats. Well, they're not Christians anymore, are they? The Republicans? They don't talk much about that. Not much about values this go round, was there? Check and mate. And there's only one way to undo it. It's to go back and expose how we've been led to being at each other's throats. The only way to unite this country is for us to realize that we've been divided. Because if we can see that people have been lying about each other on both sides, okay, and, let's just face it, especially on the fucking Republican side. But historically, contextually, there has been a vast propaganda effort to destroy the Christian church before the corruption of the Republican Party. And conservative-minded people should be more aware of what's going on now than they are, considering that they know that it was the communist masterminds who were trying to corrupt their children. Now those children have grown, and there is no more talk of Christianity anymore. They occasionally throw around the word God, and that's about it. But to restore what was lost in America, you need to restore what was lost by the church when they became a vengeful, antagonistic mob, when they were whipped into a frenzy over the fake Lewinsky scandal. And you know what? Even if it happened, okay, we need to show some control over our existence in order to combat what Russia is doing to us. We need to show that we cannot be told what to think. Even if what we choose to think instead isn't true, which, I'm just being a double skeptic on myself by saying that. I don't think the fucking Lewinsky scandal was real, okay? And if it was, then she just seduced him and set him up, okay? And it was nobody's business, and the only reason why you were led to be enraged by it was because of Russian-funded media outlets that go back through generations, that have come here since the fucking 40s. And until we just flat out tell the public there has been a generational infiltration of this country, and we have been basically set against our own government by foreign mass manipulation that has embedded itself within poorly established news outlets and infiltrated some major American news outlets and paid off reporters in some major American news outlets. This is a big, money-pushing mafia organization. And most of the people, and you can tell the American people this, most of the participants don't know what they're participating in. But here's the truth, and anybody who's contributing to this, who doesn't know what they're supporting, needs to fess up. The fact of the matter is, it's easy to see the connection that's going on here. Okay, it's easy to see that Iran, Bashar al-Assad, the big, Iran, the number one sponsor of fake terrorism. Who's their number one sponsor? It's Russia. Has been this whole time. They've been playing with us the whole time. The American people need to know that they've been fucking playing with us the whole time. We have the right to know. And if you work for the government, you don't have the right to keep this from us any longer.